Hello everyone, John Anderson here back again, another edition of the Beer Ramble. And today we're looking at Farmer Ted's Cream Ale from Catawba Brewing Company, based in Morganton and Asheville, North Carolina. 6% ABV, cream ale style. Beer Advocate gives it a good score. The Alston Brothers or the Bros give it an okay score. Great beer. 40, 27 overall score, 40 for the style. Should take a look here. Most cream ales tend to be a little higher on ABV, but that's fine. It looks like a little like an orangeade drink. As you can see, very little lacing up top right now. Pretty much none, as you can see. Onto the scent. I'm getting a lot of sweet corn, sort of definitely smell a lot of that barley malt. Definitely is in this. American mists are created as an answer to post-prohibition German lagers. We pay tribute to the beers made on early rustic systems by using natural ingredients like corn and barley to create a smooth, full-bodied straw-colored ale. Reward yourself with a Farmer Ted's after a long day plowing the fields or just mowing the lawn. Well, I'm not mowing any lawns today, so leave the camera right over here. So just came back from an evening doing an assignment, and I'm about beat, and I'm just taking it easy. So, anywho, definitely hitting of that barley malt. Like I said, sweet corn scent I'm getting on this. So, on to the taste. Definitely that sweet corn. I don't know whether it was a good idea for me to put it in the freezer. I had it in the, I had it in the fridge. I'll take that back. I did put it in the freezer for a little while. This morning, I was gonna have, try it, and but maybe I maybe left it in there maybe a little too long. But it's not ice cold, but it's cold. But so maybe best kept it in the refrigerator instead of in the freezer. Give it that temperature. But mm, sweet corn taste, I'm definitely getting not overly sweet, but it has that scent to it. Very malty, very malty. Mm. It is. I want to say this would be a beer to kind of drink after mowing the lawn. Maybe something like a little more lighter lager, or a lager or a light lager, whichever they like to call it, pilsner or whatever. A Rockville light or whatever. But this is definitely could see having this. This is more, I would say, a fall beer than a summer beer. But then people look at drink Genesee cream ale any time of the year, and that's kind of in that same category. Not to say this is anything identical to Genesee cream ale, which is not. I think Genesee cream ale is good, but and probably less expensive. But this is nice finish. Said there's no very little corn. I said, as I said, the sweetness of the corn that you taste is not taste, but is the scent is there of it. It's very malty. This is a good beer. Um, History of this company started in 1996. The Catawba Valley Brewing Company. This gentleman, I think his name is Bill, and a group of guys and friends of his started. Were fans of beer, and I think they bought some equipment. Started doing it at home breweries, like most folks who started these craft beers. Were all home brewers, and started home using basic, pots and pans that you see around, and basic, stuff they would pick up at, different, equipment supply stores, whatever, to kind of brew their own beer. So I think a few years later, there was a brewery that was shut down in Colorado. They bought some of the equipment. Some of it was kind of old, but they were able to use some of it and make some tweaks to the equipment to brew some beer. Um, then in '96, Catawba Valley Brewing Company started. That was the name originally. And then they expanded and sold their first keg, I think in 1998, 99, and then they just exploded. And now um, we've starting to get a lot of their beers here in our area here. I live in Mobile, Alabama, and thankfully I was able to get this in singles. I've seen like in 4 stores their beers. I've seen the cream ale. I've seen the Mother Trucker Pale Ale, the Red Delicious IPA. I've seen the White Zombie. Um, there are a couple of others, and this is I'm always and I'm sure people who've had this, I'm sure they probably have had it previously. We in our state, unfortunately, are getting a lot of stuff late. Thank the State House of Alabama for that. But anyhow, um, and they've the company has as from what I've read has done pretty well for themselves. They have a little brew pub, a tap room, and people can sample some of their things and also sell grub and food, whatever. But it's this is a brewery that I could probably stand behind and buy a lot of their beers. This cream ale now I'm starting to really feel the alcohol effects. It's 6%. It's starting to. I just had some chicken salad just finish off here on this plate. I'm really feeling it now, and it's really you didn't and taste it much in the beginning, but now it's starting to take shape. So like I said, nothing really awful about this. I think this is a good cream ale. The price maybe a little bit high. Um, I say this style, of course, Jenny cream ale. Again, looking for something inexpensive, that would be a good buy. I know Rouse's, and I'm sure you've had Jenny cream ale in other parts of the country or a different style of cream ale. But for Genesee, I know that's it's more viewed as a brand, and their cream ale is quite enjoyable. Um, and But this is good too. So I'm gonna give this thing a B. This is gonna be a B for me. So about an eight score. I can get this again. So I'm down to my last drop here. So again, Catawba. I've seen a lot of their stuff at this store I go get, and I'll probably gonna be buying more of this and trying this again. So anyway, enough of that. Farmer's Ted Cream Ale, a solid B. That would be an 8. If you think it deserves a higher score or no, leave your comments on the bottom. Tell me what you think about it. Catawba Brewing, way to go. John and Pierre of the Beer Rambleton. Keep on watching. As always, cheers.